Hey, what's up, y'all? This is Janelle Monáe, and you are now tuned in to Black Girl Podcast.
Black Girl Podcast, episode Dirty 13 for your ass real quick. All right, so my name's Scotty Beam. You go. Hey.
I'm Safira M.
I'm Bex.
I'm Alicia P.
And I'm Gia Peppers. And today is very, very crazy. Because
why is it crazy?
We got a guest, y'all. And it's not just any guest. Right. It is a Grammy-nominated, Oscar-winning singer-songwriter, actress, Black Girl Magic holder, probably the key holder, the turner, the one that lets us know
definitely the key holder.
That we can and do and are Black Girl Magic at all times with many anthems.
Yes.
The incomparable Janelle Monáe is in the And so people know you're here. Please say something.
Hi. Hello. I mean, y'all are so cute. Yeah. So sweet. I love my introduction. It was overwhelming, but it was it was so beautiful seeing, all of y'all faces here to greet me. Thank you for having me.
Thank you for having us.
Right.
We were all at your dirty computer screening yesterday. The emotion picture of it.
Yes.
Mm-hmm. It was beautiful. So thank you for sharing your heart with us and your art with us. We've all been inspired, and I know a lot of us have some questions.
Thank you.
Yes, we do.
I really appreciate it.
Yes.
So, are we going to start with questions, or are we going to do the game, or are we going to what are we going to do?
What do you guys think? You want to do Hey Black Man?
I think we should introduce her to Hey Black Man.
Okay.
So Hey Black Man, it started out as one of our, it's like an unofficial segment on the show where we bring the drums and the jazz music together, and we go around in a circle and we basically just say what we appreciate the most about Black men. So it's kind of like
a freestyle.
Yeah, New Yorican Poets Cafe type vibe going on.
We love jazz.
Yeah.
So
okay. All right.
That's what we're going to do.
So we want you to
go around
join
the
in.
room, but you have to participate with us.
Well, let me catch the rhythm.
Yeah.
Let me understand what you guys are saying.
We gonna go around.
I need to,
It's improvised. Yes. Everything's improvised. So basically, we're coming off the top.
Okay.
Off the dome.
Alicia, please.
Prepare.
Right?
I wrote it. I took notes. I'm ready to go.
Yeah, because she needed to prepare. Because the things that would have came out her mouth. All right.
Okay, here we go.
So let's do jazz full train. I know, right?
It's not right. This is too fast.
No, that's too fast.
There we go.
Give me Coltrane. Yes.
I'm not sure if this is Coltrane, guys.
This is
Listening.
I'm sorry, Dave.
Yes, you are.
Okay. Black man.
Wow.
That chocolate skin.
Yes, chocolate.
You read without your index finger. I know I said that before. You don't sound it out.
Ooh. Don't you sound it out though?
You just say the word. And now I'm gonna give it to Gia.
I didn't know, sis.
All right.
But I'm ready for you. Here we go. Here we go.
Hey, Black man.
I like where you're going.
Hey, Black man. You brought cologne today. What is that smell?
What's that?
Is that vanilla?
Wait.
I like it. And I'm passing it along to Rebecca.
Go ahead, Bex.
I'm repeating all my lines.
That is
Black man, you got me stuck.
Hey!
Which size is my ring finger?
What size?
Yes, this size. We all know about that size.
Yes.
Black man, it matters.
Pass it ready. I got my notes out. I'm ready.
Come on, Alicia.
Please. And please. Let's
Hey, Black man. We see you with your silky beard. I was ready. Nice and shiny and silky and glowy. You should be on the cover of GQ magazine. I was ready for y'all.
You worked hard.
I did. We need the breakdown for the big one.
black man.
Yes.
I see you looking at me.
Yes.
He was looking. He was.
Yes, for
From
sure.
across the room. While I'm holding the broom.
Yes, bro.
He was playing.
Working 9 to 5. Now I feel so alive.
Yes, life.
That's
With
right.
them in your eyes. You keep hypnotized. Me. Black man, I hope you understand
I really hope so.
that I'm a different kind of girl.
Hello.
You will never own me or control me.
Come on now.
You will never own me or control me.
That's incredible.
But I love you, black man. We love you, black man.
We do.
I love you, black man.
But what we are here to do is talk about that black woman, though, and the black woman on the couch.
Yes.
So that was so much fun. Thank you so much.
Cute.
People always be saying we don't talk enough about our black men and liking them.
Yeah, we have a lot of male
time.
listeners that felt like
I
we need to
respect
show
that.
them appreciation.
I get it.
And they love
segment.
it.
I love it.
They love black man.
Yeah.
But let's get to this Dirty's computer.
Yes.
Dirty computers.
Yeah.
So, Alicia, are we starting with you first?
Yes,
Let's do
we're
it.
gonna start with me. So I want to first say, completely loved the entire motion picture. I do film, so I was like paying attention to like the camera angles and the colors and the sequences. And we did. Some of us dance here. The choreography was amazing. So I just want to tell you. Amazing job. Congratulations.
Thanks, boo.
But there was something that stuck out to me that you said. So you were talking about living more in the present. So something that I've been kind of trying to teach myself in 2018 is to just kind of really be present. I've always lived like in the past or in the future, more so in the past because my situation with like my mom and how she thinks, her thinking is very like things that used to be. So my 2018 goal was to just be present in the moment. So my question for you is, what does that look like? What does living in the present look like for you? Like, how did you get to reach that moment, that defining moment to make you want to do that?
I think it's still a challenge. I think it's a challenge for not just me, but for all of us to really be present and engage, because we have these CPUs, we have these computers that are constantly uploading, our CPUs are our brains. They're constantly uploading and downloading and transmitting information, and it's hard to turn them off when they're thinking about, I gotta go to work in 10 minutes. Oh, but I forgot to call such and such back, or gosh, what am I gonna wear tomorrow? Did I get my nails done? Did I get my hair done? Or make my appointment yet? Like, it's so many things that can distract us from just being right here in the moment. I mean, even when we were just doing the little circle appreciation, I could have been thinking about what I was gonna say versus just enjoying what you guys were saying. And when it gets to my turn, it'll be my turn. And what happens will happen. So I think it's really important to just have moments like that, little exercises that just kind of keep you present, that you don't have to just start off big, when it comes to dialing in and being present. Just small little things can help, like just engagements with your girls, or just being on the cusp, not writing down things.
I know, you called me.
You living in the future. You like, look, I gotta pack my stuff just in case.
Yeah, but my bars are really bad.
They're bad. They're bad.
So I had to prepare.
But that's okay.
No, it's true.
okay.
I agree, though. I completely agree with that.
Look, I didn't know what was going on. I was like,
That's why I stick to instrumentation.
good. I love your little horn. You had go.
Her breakdown is official tissue.
Yes, it is.
I love
Official
that.
tissue.
That's gonna be in my head when I go to sleep.
It's such a good
Write a song to
It is.
Such a good tune. I was in the marching band in college, though.
Yes.
So I danced, and I've been around music forever. But I know you saw our beloved Queen the other night killing the stage at Coachella. And I think I saw a comment on your Instagram, too, about, like, we must protect the Queen. But what I really loved the most is that she highlighted HBCU culture. Deani and myself, Scotty and myself attended HBCUs, and I know you kind of grew up on the AUC. Like, what other references from HBCU culture, have like influenced your career, your music? I know before when we was Cindy Mayweather, but anything else?
Yeah, sure. And Beyonce was incredible.
Outstanding.
She's opened up a lot of doors for young Black artists, including myself. And that performance was just brilliant, and I was happy to see us on that stage. I felt proud as a Black woman. I felt proud as an artist. I felt like the team is winning. We are redefining what it means to be young, Black, wild, and free in America, which is just awesome. And I love seeing the HBCU culture up there. You're right. I got my start in the AUC. Shout out to Spelman, Morehouse, Morris Brown, Clark Atlanta,
Friday.
Exactly right at Market Friday. Actually, were you down there?
No, I heard about it, but I was at Clark. So
you went to Clark?
Yeah.
But you still could have gone to Market Friday.
Yeah, we could have walked over there.
But no, yes, where I used to sell my CDs, where I used to perform. I used to perform on the library steps of Club Woody.
Shout out to Club Woody.
Yes, Brawley Hall.
Yes. Where you at?
Yes. And I mean, in my Electric Lady video, I had, a marching band, and it was a lot of that HBCU culture in there. And so, I love us. I love when we get those big platforms and when we're able to shine and something that we built is, seen in the mainstream world. I think it brings people who would never have thought, white people in particular, who don't know about the HBCUs. It brings them into our world. The research that they have to do on it just educates, and I think through education you start to appreciate. And I think through appreciation, likability, empathy, possibly love, it leads to all that. So I think it's all cool. It's a great time to be creating art, especially as Black women.
Yeah,
great time.
For sure. I mean, so everything that you said last night was so dope. I really loved watching your interview. But one of the things that really stood out to me was you're talking about respectability politics versus your agency to say and be exactly who you are.
Yeah.
And for me, and I know a lot of girls who listen to our podcast, we struggle with this whole idea of perfectionism and like being perfect. And you talked about how you just decided one day, no, I'm not going to be that. Tell me how you got to that point, because the sister needs help. How do you decide perfection is no longer a necessary part of my life?
It's a journey. It's still an ongoing process. I mean, I wish I could tell you, like, girl, I got all the answers. You have to actively reprogram your mind. Like, it's not I wake up and I don't want to be perfect, because for so many years we have been programmed, especially as Black women, when we get in we get big platforms and we get the opportunity to shine, you don't want to let people down. Like, I went through this thing, like, I don't want to let, my family down. I don't want to let other artists down, Black people down. I don't want to let Black women down. And I don't want to, let my grandmother down, who I love and who she's passed on to another frequency now. And you're trying to manage so many things, and you have so many things on your plate. And eventually, it's going to fall over. It's just going to be too heavy of a load for you to carry when you're considering everybody else's feelings and opinions and thoughts. And so I have to actively choose it, I think there was a certain level of fear that I was having, especially like as it pertains to image. And I think when people start loving you and liking you, they love you for that. And sometimes it's hard for you to let your favorite artist or the person you love evolve. It's like, but no, you represent this to me. And I just felt like, speaking to what I said last night, I felt like there were people, sometimes Black women, men, older women and men, who would think they were complimenting me when they would say things like, well, you don't dress like her, and you don't show no skin, and I love that you cover up. And I'm like, hello, you haven't been listening to my message. You haven't listened to why I wear my uniform. And you also don't hear me when I say that it's about agency. it's about redefining what it means to be a Black woman and how we dress and how we're seen in the entertainment industry. You know, the way such and such came into, you know, her image may not work for me. And we should just be fine with that and not try to make everybody monolithic. And once I realized that I needed to make sure that it was clear where I stood, because apparently there was just, you know, maybe I wasn't clear enough. And I wanted to make sure with this album, through my image, through my styling, my wardrobe, that I was being free as fuck in the way that, you know, I was presented. You know, I felt personal. I felt like it was important for people to understand that I'm with women. I'm with women's agency, regardless of if we're unclothed or fully clothed. It's our right to make those decisions. They shouldn't be forced upon us. And honestly, if the world was wearing tuxedos or a uniform or covering up, I'd be naked. Yeah. It's a state of mind, you know? It's a state of mind.
Thank you for that, Jim. I love that.
I think that actually parlays into the question I wanted to ask. It's kind of like you are very committed to the idea of a uniform and going to work. This is my attire. This is how I'm presenting myself for what I need to do. But as of late, it's been, you know, we've seen more beauty from you. Not to say before it wasn't beautiful, but more, you know, of what people say you don't show enough, which is skin. You're bravely embracing different wardrobe choices. How did that decision come about, and is that something that you still struggle with when you make the decisions, or it's like it's natural for you to just start selecting differently and broader and stuff like that?
Well, I think you know, when I answered her question, it was just important through my images and one, you know, I'm just at a point in time in life where I was looking forward to always having this moment. Like, I knew that when I wanted to make certain decisions about you know, how I was seen publicly, they would happen. But I do things on my own time according to my soul clock and, you know, what it is that I want to say at that moment. And I don't feel like I have to choose. I don't feel like I have to be anything to anybody. If I wake up in the morning and make a decision about where I want to go musically or sonically or artistically, I have freedom in that. You know, I don't move when I feel like other people want me to move. I don't feel that pressure. I probably used to feel that pressure, but I don't feel that pressure anymore. The only pressure, and I think Serena Williams said something like this. She said the only pressure that I feel is the pressure I apply to myself. So I don't feel anybody's pressure except for mine. Yeah.
So some of your lyrics, like I've always been a fan. Your lyrics that you spoke about yesterday, I heard yesterday, which was like about, you know, somebody rating you a 6. Mm-hmm. And how you were like, damn, like, you know, Black women are faced with a lot of adversity, period, and pain, and anger. What does your healing look like to you? And what does your self-care look like to you? And how did you, just answer that, and then if you can, you know, what is the first step to taking ownership of your freedom? What does that first step look like?
And the first step looks like a call to the spa to get a massage. That's the first step. And I'm so not kidding. I think it's important, you know, that we find the things that relax us, that relieve us of stress. And for me, a good massage, if you rubbing my feet, you can get anything. I'm telling you, a good foot rub. Oh,
with the hand.
So right by that arch, right on that arch, because I got flat feet a little bit.
I feel you on that one.
I'm just salivating right now over it. But yeah, man, I just think it's important to have a therapist. I don't think everybody can afford that. But find that person in your life that you can vent to, or keep some money on the side just for therapy. You know what I'm saying? Like, I think that it's important, it's important to talk to somebody if you feel like you don't have anyone in your circle that completely is understanding you, and talk to somebody that's non-biased. You know, and that's why I always say therapy is important, especially in our community. It's not promoted enough. It was always in my family, you better pray to God, you better go to church, you know, you better, you better, yeah, ain't nothing wrong with you, you know. Mental health is not a, you know, just is a white issue, you know. Mental illness is not just a white people thing. Black people go through it too, you know. And I feel like, you know, as Black women, with our ancestors having to deal with everything from rape to slavery to living through segregation, and that baggage being carried over to our grandmothers, to our mothers, and now to us, and what the world says about Black women and Black women's body, when we're losing people like Sandra Bland and Rakia Boyd, and our very existence says, you know, we're a threat, and we're not cared for, or we shouldn't be. We don't deserve to be cared for. That's already within itself enough to have to deal with. And so even with this album, it's a form of self-care for me. When I wrote I Like That to Juice to Django Jane, when I wrote all those songs, I had us in mind. Like, I was just like, because that's the only perspective I know. You know, it's not, I'm not just speaking from a woman, I'm speaking from a Black woman's perspective. And I think that it's just important to have music, you know, music that celebrates you, despite what the world says, despite what media says, despite what images around beauty say. It's important to have that, and I need those songs just as much as I wrote them for people that I thought needed this music. I personally wrote it so that I can look back and watch videos like Pink and see us, you know, living our most carefree lives, you know, being very unique, being inclusive, and when we come together, creating something magical and even more special.
Thank you so much.
Yes.
Thank you.
We are so thankful.
I really appreciate you sitting down with us, period. I just personally want to say that, sincerely, Jane.
Oh, yeah.
That was my shit.
Thank you.
I sang that shit as my core. I had a chorus like audition, and I got in by singing that song.
Oh my goodness.
Because your vocals are on a different level. Obviously, I wasn't doing all those riffs, but I was doing enough to get in.
No, it's yours, babe. Like, that's an honor.
Yeah, it's beautiful.
Thank you.
And before we go, just tell us what dirty computers, like, what does that actually mean? Explain what dirty computers means. We know, because we were there yesterday, but just for our listeners.
So Dirty Computers, the name of the album is Dirty Computer, but when I think about what it means to be a dirty computer, I think about what it means to be marginalized, what it means to be oppressed. Dirty computers are told their very existence needs to be erased and clean and cleansed. Dirty computers are told that their very existence needs to be erased and cleansed. They're full of bugs and viruses. Maybe it's because of who they love. Maybe it's because of their sexuality. Maybe it's because of their race. Maybe it's because of their gender. Those are just a few examples, but dirty computers see those bugs and those viruses as features and attributes, as contributions, great contributions to society. And this album is meant to celebrate dirty computers, make sure dirty computers feel seen and heard all around the world.
I love it.
Yeah. I love it. Everybody go get Dirty Computer, the album, and then watch Dirty Computers on YouTube. Dirty Computer, the emotion
picture. It's out now.
All the looks, You were like literally so beautiful. It was.
Let me tell you, I like that. It just made me feel like my big sister was on the screen, like telling us, like, this
And
how
that
I felt.
skin. That skin. The skin.
I love y'all.
Yes.
I love us.
Yes. Thank you so much for hanging out with us on Black Girl Pod. We did our
I
first
have
interview.
to come back. This your first interview?
Yes.
Oh,
So
that's
thank
so
you for being
sweet.
our first guest. It was so perfect.
Yeah.
Thank you to Atlantic for having us.
Thank you.
Yes,
We
thank
love
you.
I love y'all too, man. This is y'all shit. Y'all own it.
Yeah. So Black Girl Pod. Bye.
Hey.
Bye.
All right, y'all. So that was our first ever guest on Black Girl Pod. That is kind of crazy. That we got Queen Sister Mother Love herself, Janelle Monáe. What, guys? Her presence was incredible.
No, it was so angelic. It was very but she was super chill. Super
Zen
chill.
as hell.
She was. She's sweet and she's very pretty.
Ah,
Her skin is on point. Also, album fire. Well, I'm not gonna say fire because I haven't listened to it in my ears like that.
and we haven't heard the whole thing. We only heard
Well, we actually have
because there were some songs we didn't hear on the
in the
thing.
waiting room. I did,
Oh, okay.
Look at you in the waiting room.
but
Whatever.
I will say that it sounds great,
I like that.
and I like that a lot. I like that.
Me too. That I like that and that Django Jane.
Django Jane is my life story. But yes, I love it so much.
She smelled like, she just was like perfect. I was just like trying to stare and I was like, is there anything wrong? There's nothing wrong with her. Her braid to the side is beautiful. Her lashes were life. Like what?
Nothing.
She's just little and so little.
She's so little.
She's so cute.
Oh my God. So she was very nice. She loved us. Afterwards, she said she wanted to come back. So we will be holding her to that.
Okay.
We're going to go find you.
Explain how excited we were when we got the text from Gia, like, oh my God, guys, we have an opportunity.
I know. Major
We were
shout out.
like-
I think it was more along the lines of, bruh,
Right, yes.
they want us to interview Janelle.
And we're
Monáe.
gonna
in the
like,
middle of
what?
doing something. I
Bree.
shouldn't have
Shout out
been-
to
I was supposed say
Atlantic.
that.
Bree.
Yes.
Thank you, Bree.
That was love. That was
Yeah.
love. Let's try to get SZA next time. That'd be dope.
Yeah, tweet us and let us know who y'all would like to see on the Black Girl
And at
Podcast.
them.
And then at them
At
so they
them.
know
Right.
that y'all
Right.
want us to talk to them. But that was a life-changing. Oh, and then afterwards, I had told her how some
ahead,
people
Gia.
at the,
Go ahead, Gia.
at the screening was like, girl, you look like Janelle Monáe. And I
Y'all
was
from
like,
the same
"Bitch."
tribe.
No, yes, people say that. And so then I had told her, and she was like, no, I remember your face. Yeah, you do look like me in here, in this eyes area, the eyes and cheeks. And I was like, bitch, I'm beautiful. So
You're gonna be
y'all
in the
can't
next
tell me
movie.
nothing. Yes, as a doppelganger.
You will be in the next movie.
Yes, I'll be.
Let me get 15% for saying.
Okay.
Thank you.
I'll be in the
only
next
take 10, so.
emotion picture. Oh, go there. Woo, that sounds like a better business.
Well, it's crazy.
It's like black
but
women against black women. Go ahead.
spoke about that on the last episode.
Let's not go back there.
Let's not go back.
But we definitely like that, man.
I
That's
can't
dope.
believe we interviewed our first person finally.
That was good.
Someone like Janelle.
I know. We were very excited about that. I know I was. I was nervous as fuck. I was prepping myself all fucking weekend.
Nervisha.
Yes, my one little question. I prepped it all weekend. So what? We ain't vets like you. This was our first
First
one.
of all,
Well, oddly enough, my first interview for a celebrity was when I went to Made in America by myself, and it was Jadena,
2 summers ago.
like 3 summers ago.
Wow.
And it was Jadena, and I never put it out.
you remember your first interview?
My first on-camera interview was Bridget Kelly.
Oh damn.
Yeah, she knows that. It's so cute. Years ago at SOBs when she was just putting out her first EP.
I can't remember.
So many, huh?
No, because you know what? The red carpets are weird. If we're talking about red carpets, I can't even remember because I hate red carpets, number one, and I tried to banish them from all my mind. I don't remember them at all.
I like a carpet.
I hate a carpet. But
We've all done red carpets too, though.
Yeah,
I was
but
just
I
thinking
did more
about that, like,
producer style. Yeah, producer style
Everybody's,
stuff.
yeah. That's a good experience. You
But
gotta
like,
be on
what's
your
your
toes.
real first? Not just forget red carpets.
my real first.
Or your big.
Oh no, I remember. Well, I think the only time I almost wanted to throw up on myself and die was Nas.
Oh, did I shoot that with you?
Nas, I don't remember.
I think I did shoot
You
that
guys
with
did
you.
shoot that together. I remember that.
Oh my God.
Nas interview and him looking in my face, and I was like, I don't know.
That was
I might marry you.
Was it Pusha T's event?
That was Fresh to Death.
Oh, okay.
That was Fresh to Death, the documentary about like
yes.
hip hop culture and its equivalent.
Yes.
I remember that. But yeah. Also, my one question with Gucci Mane also was one of my favorite moments ever because I love Gucci. So when I asked him about rapping and his when he decided to take it seriously, he told us that story about how he stole somebody's like $50K and put it all over a song and was like, I stole your money. Come and get it from me, please. And then people were like, this actually is fire. Be a rapper. And he said, I'll do it. Which is fire.
Wow.
But yeah.
First
Yeah.
one.
But that was dope. I love Janelle Monáe. I love her voice.
Oh my God, she sounds like a little angel.
And when y'all see this emotion picture,
it's gorgeous.
Beautiful.
She has so many looks that I am going to recreate all summer long, and it's fine. But I think, she said I could do it. But I think that everybody should go support it just because this is her being free. Like she was saying, this is her being her damn self without caring about much of anything that people got to say. And I think that's really dope. So
just everything about it. It was well put together, the storyline, just the meanings behind everything, the choreography, the colors. I said it in the interview with her, but you gotta see it. It's
Solange's husband did that.
Yes,
Alan Ferguson.
right.
Mm-hmm.
So
and
Alan,
Lacey Duke.
oh who?
Lacey Duke.
Lacey Duke.
Yes.
Shout out to I just love dope people.
Us.
Yeah.
I love us for real.
Yeah, I love us for real. Well, we're not gonna hold you guys. This has been great. Please let us know what you thought of the interview. You know how y'all do. Please tag Janelle so she can, repost it. And
listen to the album and tell us what you think too. I would love to know what you think of Dirty Computer.
And remember, we told y'all our favorite song is I Like That.
I Like That.
And Django Jane.
And
then there's a song called Passion Fruit or something like that. Passion Fruit, I don't know, but it's in the beginning of the emotion picture when they're driving in the car. They don't even play it that much. They just play a snippet, but that shit sounds fire.
Yeah.
So yes, absolutely.
There were so many beautiful moments. Yeah. I'm just a fan. That girl is beautiful also. Just beautiful.
And Thank you guys so much. Love you.
Black Girl Podcast.
Episode 30.
30 for that S.